So for the first time in a long time, we've got a few days off. So we thought we'd go down to Kampot. Now that's about 100 miles, about 147 kilometers door to door. So the girls, my wife, her mother, the baby, they're all taking the train down, which makes perfect sense because it's a lot safer. The roads out here are a bit chaotic, to put it mildly. So we thought that to make it fun, we would race them. We're going to try and beat them by going on the road. So what vehicle did we choose for this? We looked around at different machines we've got. We've got cruiser motorcycles, we've got off-road motorcycles lying around. We've got large machines, but we thought that this would be the perfect choice. This is my 50cc Honda Ruckus, heavily modified with upgraded suspension, which cost me $160, made up from spares lying around in the back of a garage. We've got slight modifications to the headlights with upgraded LEDs. We've got a broken speedometer, a petrol warning light that never goes off. We've got some screws missing around the front. We've got the oil overflow cooler tank held on with cable ties because it's off a completely different motorbike. And we've got lots of dents. And this is going to beat the train, we hope. I'm not quite as big an idiot as I look. The Ruckus is running really well. The last mechanic I used is Leader, and I use him a lot because he really loves motorbikes, he really respects them, he understands them, cares about them, and he's done a great job on it. He's turned around all the dodgy roadside mechanics' mistakes. He said there was a lot of damage to the carb, so it's been rejetted. I don't know exactly what he's done to it, but it's made a huge difference. It runs really well now, and it's pulling a lot faster than normal. The majority of scooters out here are sort of 100 to 120cc clutchless manuals, so they've got a gearbox but no clutch, and the automatic clutch system doesn't really work very well, so they don't have a lot of power, and we can keep up with most of those, overtake them if they're not pushing too hard. They will roll up to a higher speed than we can make, but we've got a little bit of leeway, so we're running really well now. The suspension's made a huge difference. It's a lot higher. I stand over 6 foot tall and weigh over 200 pounds, so I'm a pretty big guy, and we've got luggage as well on her, and she's rolling along lovely. She doesn't bottom out anymore, and if we hit bumps, which we will, she's just rolling over them. So far Highway 3 looks really good. It's really smooth and it's straight. Last time I rode it, which was a couple of years ago, it was just roadworks everywhere and potholes, and it was a disaster. It looks like this time it's in pretty good shape, which I'm slightly disappointed. I wanted to try out the suspension. So we're taking another short break. We're way over halfway now. We must be beating the girls. Normally they don't arrive at Takao till about 9 to 9:30. It's already it's 9:15 now, and we're already way past Takao, so we should be way ahead of them. Can't be 100% sure till I get a message, but we're way ahead. I've done a bit of touring before. I rode a BMW 650 out from London all the way to Cambodia, through Europe, Middle East, into Asia. So I know a bit about touring dynamics, and it isn't a fast bike that gets you there faster. A slower bike usually needs less rest breaks. It tends to be more reliable, it tends to run cooler, it's more comfortable, you don't need to stop as often. So a 50cc bike is not a major problem on a long run like this. One time I took an 1150 super sports bike out to Takao, which is about 75 kilometers, and I rode back on a scooter, and there was about 15 minutes difference in the two journeys because of the traffic. So really I didn't see a problem with a 50cc bike. I figured it'd be about right. We seem to be making really good time, better time than I thought we would, which is great, but a lot could happen. So far the bike is running really well. I was a bit worried after the first stop because it seemed to be slowing down, but that's my perception because we've been running almost full throttle all the way here. Next time you get on the bike and you pull away and it feels like it's not running as fast anymore, it just resets your perception of speed, such as speed is on a 50cc bike. We've seen warning speed limits of 80 kilometers per hour. That's no threat to us. We're only making about 50 flat out, so we're doing fine. I haven't seen any actual speed cameras, and so far, touch wood, we haven't seen any police either. So we're doing fine.
Yeah, we just arrived at the Takao station, but we are not allowed to go down, so we just stay in the train. And
so one of the problems when I was fixing the bike up ready for touring is being hit in the face with crap. Now there's no room at the front for any kind of screen, so I was a bit worried about what I was going to do. So finally what I came up with was one of these. This is called James. Now what we've done is we've put him at the front to stop things hitting me, and these things are really easy to make. I made this one by accident, and really there's no other use for it. So I just stand him up here with this, and he keeps all the shit from hitting me in the face. And that's pretty good. We won by quite a bit. We arrived at 10:30. It took us 3.5 hours, which is roughly 15 minutes longer than Google Maps said it would take, which is pretty good on a 50cc bike. We're way ahead of the girls. They've just arrived in Kep station, so they're at least half an hour to an hour behind us. So We won. A 50cc bike destroyed a train, and scientists estimate the train has got something less than a million brake horsepower, and this little Ruckus has 4.5. Now, I've never owned a bike before that actually quotes half a brake horsepower, but I've never had a bike this small either. So 4.5 brake horsepower beat a diesel locomotive with a direct track all the way. So somehow we did it.
Bố khơi nhau mấy này cho còn tạm thôi tìm nữa.
So how does it feel to lose a race this badly against a tiny 50cc motorcycle, one that makes only 4.5 brake horsepower, was carrying 2 people and luggage? How does that feel?
You answer me first. Are you proud to win?
Yes, because I won. Are you proud to lose?
There are things that the train that left since before I was born and then compete with the bike that just a recent bike.
Well, it's not that recent. I think it's 2008. So
Yeah.
it's pretty old.
The train left since before I born, before corporation.
Right. But it's still a train with like 1,000 brake horsepower
It's
against
just
a
like, it's more like,
bicycle.
go fuck yourself.
That's fair.